school popularity is a curse. Let's see what the hell this nigga's talking about.
When it came to the social hierarchy, but in a simplified form, most people think of it like this. You are lame, nothing you do is cool, and no one likes you, and if that's not the case, they don't really care about you. These people usually sit pretty comfortably at the bottom of the barrel of the monkeys. Then you have the mid-tiers, or outsiders if you will. Typically either no one has an opinion on these people, but they're not necessarily considered lame or cool, or they might be a chameleon. They could blend into pretty much any group that they're a part of, and they can adapt to most environments. Then you have, of course, the popular kids. Obviously held to a high regard, acknowledged by all of their peers, or it really could just be as simple as everybody knows about them, clocking their moves. They might even be influential, but overall, regardless of how they get it, they have the attention of most of their peers. Now, I have viewers that are in multiple positions in their lives, but I want you to ask yourself this. Out of these archetypes that I just gave you, who's the victim?
Damn, that's a great question. Damn, who's the victim? I want to say, so this is the way I'm going to see it, right? Because when I was in high school, I'm going to say I was at the peak and then I was at the worst. Who's the victim? Hey Siri, what's the definition of victim?
Killed as a result of a crime, accident, other event, or action.
Okay, a person harmed, injured. Okay, so who's a victim? I would say it's between the popular kids or the nerds. Honestly, because the chameleons, bro, like let me restart. The chameleons, they're just there. They don't really get sense of aware, like they don't really get attention like that, so they're not really a victim. You know, whatever happens to them, no one really cares. The nerds, however, they're just they just being themselves in a sense. Like they're being themselves, and because they are themselves and we kind of have a certain standard, we bully them for no reason. Like a nigga could be talking about World of Warcraft and I go over there and I look at him and I smack him in his face because he's talking about World of Warcraft because he's a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, the nerds are the victims, bro. Them niggas get bullied for being smart, for being themselves. Them niggas are, you know what I'm saying? But then again, it says victim. So, is there two definitions? We're gonna find out.
If you're taking everything I said at face value, but more importantly, looking at things in more of a current day standpoint, you probably said the people that are considered lame are definitely the victims. And you are 100% right, especially when they're the ones getting verbally and physically assaulted for essentially getting out of bed to do something that they didn't choose to do every day.
Bro, I've seen a dude talk about Dragon Ball Z, right? I seen the dude, let me tell y'all niggas this. This was in elementary school, bro. And this is my dude now. Like he doing his shit now. You know, he was always my dude. I was never a bully. Just to make that clear, I was never a bully. I never bully niggas. I was always the chameleon type. I could blend in with everybody, right? This nigga here, right? We're gonna say Big D. Big D, this was 5th grade. He pulls up in the morning chilling, just talking about Dragon Ball Z. Like he was a geek about it. Yo, Dragon Ball Z this, Dragon Ball Z that, right? And then you had this delinquent thug, my nigga. Straight delinquent thug. Straight African delinquent thug, steal candy from other niggas. His name was Sully. Sully, right? I'm gonna call him Sully. This nigga immediately off rip, first period early in the morning, sees him, pushes him to the ground. Shut the fuck up. Loser, goes away. Mind you, we're all in the same class, so terrible start, right? I'm guessing for some reason Big D had a great, wasn't having a good day. But for some reason, that's the day he realized he was sick and tired of it, bro. So fast forward, you know, he's still talking about Dragon Ball Z. Everybody doing their thing. He comes and sits at my table and he's like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. He didn't say it like that, but you know, he was basically explaining how he was getting tired of the disrespect. Basically, he's gonna do something about it, right? So he sat down, me and him kept talking about Dragon Ball Z. Sully comes. Sully's over there at the end of the corner, because the way the lunch tables are set, they're long rectangles, but tiny. And they're in rows. So we're in the back row. Sully's in the front row, right? You know, whatever. Everybody gets their lunch food. We sit down. Big D sits down, tells me he's getting sick and tired of it. Continues talking to me about Dragon Ball Z. Me, I don't like Dragon Ball Z. I don't like anime, but you know, I let him yap. I was already self-aware. So Sully comes and sees me, because I know Sully, you know, we talk or whatever. Sully's like, yo, bro, is this dude bothering you? Right? So then Big D comes, like Big D looks at him, right? He stops eating. He looks at him. He's like, why don't you like leave me the hell alone? What, nigga? That was probably the biggest mistake of his life. I've never seen a nerd get beat up so bad, bro. Like vividly, straight punching him, stopping him. And what makes it worse, the niggas that Sully was talking to, the demons, they came and they saw blood. Straight started stomping on that nigga's head, bro. Went home for 3 days. Them niggas got suspended, obviously, but nigga literally stood up against his bully and got devastated, dissipated, determinated, nigga, destroyed. Shit is crazy, nigga.
But with me now being 2 years and some change removed from my high school life, and the ability to look at the social hierarchy retroactively, I can 110% say that the Quavius Tomlinson, captain of the football team, who averages roughly the same amount of bodies as he does yards on the field, will not be most likely to succeed despite what it says in his yearbook. No, it'll be Bartholomew Quaglington, who averages the same number of bodies as the amount of hairs that he has on his chin.
I agree.
He never even hit puberty. In my How to Not Peak in High School video, I went on record to talk about the negative effects of being perceived as popular amongst your peers in high school, how that negatively affects your mental health, and overall just messes up your perception for how the rest of the world is outside of school, which ultimately is what high school is meant to prepare you for. Now, while I didn't go into as much detail on that specific subject as I'm about to in this video, I feel like I pretty much hit a lot of the right points. And although the overwhelming majority of the reception on that video is positive, I was a bit confused when I saw a bunch of comments putting words in my mouth, saying shit like,
I get it. Have a shitty high school experience and then you won't peak in high school. You're just mad that you weren't cool in high school, Sparky.
No,
if
bro.
you hate the popular kids, just say that.
Let me tell you right now, bro. Let me tell you right now, from personal experience, because I was a popular kid and then I became the most hated kid. I'm jacking it to the day I fucking died, nigga. Everybody hated me after sophomore year for some odd reason. Ask me what them niggas is at. Ask me what all these little popular ass girls, all these little thotty assholes, bro. Ask me what all these niggas at, bro. They're either in jail, selling dope, eating mad dick, eating so much penis, like yo, straight penis to the throat, or in jail. That's it, bro. You want to be a popular kid so bad, nigga? Those are your 4 options. You either gonna be eating mad dick, yes, nigga, and if you a man, crazy, right? You either gonna be eating mad dick, selling dope, in jail, or broke as fuck. Actually, that's 4, or broke. Crazy, nigga. And I'm very happy that I fell off. I'm very happy, nigga. I'm very happy that niggas hated me for no reason, bro. Niggas hated me for no reason. And y'all want to know exactly how the hell that shit happened, bro? Stupid. Yo, I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video on that, bro. I'm gonna make a video on that because my high school story, sickening.
But in all seriousness, guys, some people did have that misconception with my perception of popular kids in high school based on that video, in tandem with the fact that someone asked for this video as a video idea. At the end of the day, I'm a man of the Damn. I'm a man of the people, so not only do I give my supporters what they want, I offer them more. Like, for example, did you guys know that your personal information can end up on public listing sites?
Oh shit, nigga just tried to hit us with a free promo.
People, I don't hate people who were considered popular in school. In fact, I feel bad for a lot of them. Not all of them, but mainly the ones who fell victim to the worst case scenario. Because believe it or not, popularity comes with a price. And the worst part about that price is that unfortunately, many people don't realize they have to pay it until it's too late. There are almost too many studies to count about the correlation between high school popularity and
the obsession with popularity in high school can have a lasting impact on individuals' life even after graduation. Studies have found that people who are popular in high school have more difficult time with romantic, professional, and social relationships as adults.
declining mental health. And school, high school more specifically, is a place where popularity is based off of superficial qualities. Who looks good, who dresses nice, or who's the most well-connected. Things that, yes, can translate into real-world success, but just because you can attain this image amongst a bunch of stupid kids doesn't mean you'll attain or even maintain this image when you get to the real world. Because what sucks about school popularity is you watching this video. You might be beautiful. You might leave high school and Denma himself handpicks you to be in his next Balenciaga show. But while you're in high school, no one gives a shit about you. It's not that you're not desirable, you're just not desirable to a bunch of kids who, at that moment, prioritize whoever has on the tightest skinny jeans or whoever's on the basketball team.
That is so stupid, though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that is so corny. But then again, it's like, high school is literally a project, bro. I'm gonna tell you niggas right now, I don't consider high school, like, for me personally, the best years of high school was my freshman year. After that, I went straight to hell. Like, straight to hell. But I don't consider high school a real place. Like, high school is literally a social experiment for who's gonna survive outside in the real world, bro. It's a prelude to the real world, bro. It's a teaser trailer, a 4-year-long teaser trailer to the real world, my nigga. That's all it is, my nigga. And honestly, if you're a nerd in high school, you're perfectly fine, nigga. If you're popular in high school, I'm gonna see you putting the fries in the bag. I'm gonna see you sucking mad dick in OnlyFans. We gonna see you selling drugs, toting guns in jail. We're gonna see you, bro. We're gonna see you. If you're popular in high school, we're gonna see you in those 4 situations. But if you're a geek or a nerd or weirdo, nigga, your life is good, bro. Cause you feel me? You're good. You're straight.
Because high school popularity is fleeting, superficial, and more importantly, a lot of it isn't based on what people can actually do. Not saying all of it isn't, but there's a reason why we look back on our high school crush and we say, damn, what the fuck was I thinking? And they might not even have been ugly, but it's like, why did this seem so unattainable when I can do so much better now? Well, for one, let me just acknowledge that you yourself might just be in a better position. Kudos to you for that. But I can attest this to one of 2 things. One of those things is this. Think of school as a community. As a kid, you are confined to the communities that you are essentially forced to be a part of. That being school, home, and whatever extracurricular activities that you do outside of that, which I doubt anyone romantically quote Uriah in the Boy Scout/Girl Scout class. Or maybe they did. Anyway, in school you're only exposed to what's in your community. And yes, obviously this includes romantically. So yeah, you think Julia's a dime, but you're only looking at and analyzing about 1,000 people every single week. And that's assuming that you go to a school that was decently big. My school had about 400 people in it. If I split that in half, I'm looking at the same 200 women every single day. So my perception of beauty at that time is pretty much limited to the capacity of students that I see every day. So whoever's the most attractive out of 200 or even maybe 500 people, chances are they won't be as attractive when your network expands to 10,000 people or 50,000 people.
Sure. Whoa. What you mean I only got access to the same 400 people every single day? I got my phone. I could see bad bitches on Twitter all day, every single day, for the next 2 years.
But what are the odds of you going to a bad bitch on Twitter? What are the odds of you doing that? You feel me? You had a receding hairline in your freshman year. Nigga, freshman year, everybody had a stupid haircut. Unless you were God-gifted with mogging genetics, which I highly doubt. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, nigga, he's right. Only 200 people. My shit had maybe about maybe 300. 30 each. No. I want to say between 400 and 600 students in my whole high school, from freshman to seniors. And you know, senior year, niggas just keep leaving. But bro, I had to look at 5 girls. There was at least 5 girls in my grade. My grade only. Maybe 5. I'm gonna give it 7, bro, because some of them started, developing. But at least 5, bro.
Very observant, Demetrius. But seeing a bunch of sexy women online just isn't the same as them being in the same network as you. It just doesn't give you much of a perception of attainability. The second thing is, well, remember when I said that popularity is superficial? You really don't have to overthink that. It's genuinely superficial. And keep in mind, what I'm about to explain to you guys isn't limited to children or high school students. This is something that goes on all over the world even after adulthood. So understand that we're dealing with essentially children with a lack of life experience and social awareness. So yeah, you can go ahead and multiply what I'm about to say by 100. But understand that a lot of these people's opinions aren't necessarily their own. Let's take some random guy in school. Now let's say he has a reputation for being the funny guy. What a lot of people won't tell you is half of the school doesn't actually think that he's funny. But because he's developed a reputation for it, in a confined setting such as school, he can easily hold that title not because he's funny, but because enough people with influence came together and said, you know what? This is the funniest guy in school. Like, let's say there's a new girl in class. I'm looking at her, I don't really think too much of her, but I mean, she looks cool, I guess. But then my friend Greg is like,
yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm bugging, but that new girl fake kinda bad.
Bro, I remember when there was my nigga, there was this one new girl, right? This one new girl. I've heard of her before she came in because some of my friends outside of school went to school with her. Back in elementary. When I was in the soccer team, these niggas already knew her since they were young. So I had soccer, you know, when you have a soccer team, you have friends from different schools. I know my boy, they know her. They know of her. They said apparently she was sliding to my school, right? I said, you know, no biggie. I don't really care. I don't, you know, I never met this girl. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The amount of boners I seen when she pulled up to the school was unimaginable. I ain't gonna lie. I have never expected so many niggas flock at a girl. You could have told me that bitch was fucking Selena. That artist who died back in the 90s, you could have sworn that was Selena walking, bro. Or Salma Hayek. Straight balls going towards her, bro. And that must be fucking fire, bro. That must be a fucking flex. Imagine you coming into school, right? And you immediately getting dick. Crazy. Just straight options coming at you, bro. Fuck you bitches.
I think she's okay. I mean, what's he seeing that I'm not seeing?
Oh shit, Greg thinks she's bad. And Greg is that nigga.
I ain't gonna lie though, she was tough. I wasn't gonna be a dick though. You know what I'm saying? Cause my mans, yo, shout out to you, my boy. Shout out to you, you know, Juanito. Shout out to you, nigga. My man, he said he was on that. So once he said that, I said, my brother, you got it. Best of luck to you. And he succeeded, nigga. He fucking succeeded. You feel me? But back to it.
So I gotta think she bad too when he say goes. Nah, real talk, Greg, I was dead thinking the same thing, gang.
You feel me, my heart? I'm about to get on that word too.
Now because Greg, who's widely considered to be popular amongst the school, decides that this girl is the best thing since sliced bread and ends up making his move on her, the whole school now suddenly thinks, you know what? Greg is that guy. He thinks she's beautiful. Now you know what? She has to be beautiful. Mind you, Greg's lock screen is a picture of Krishan Rock. Not that she's ugly or anything, but really? But that's the type of women that Greg likes because he comes from a broken home, and if you don't agree with his opinion, you're lame. Or even beyond that, humans just feel the need to be a part of a community. The hype train is on something, naturally you just feel like, you know what, a bunch of people like this, I have to like it too. Think about it. In school, we all had that one girl that we look back on and it was just like, why did nobody go for this? And she's probably actually genuinely beautiful, but it just wasn't popular at the time, so nobody cared. Editing Sparky here. I realized that I could have explained myself a little bit better during this part, so that's what I'm gonna attempt to do right here while I put some random stuff in the background. Let me not say that nobody cared because it wasn't popular, because that isn't always the case for a lot of people. Most people, sure, some even, but not everybody. But understand that when you're in an environment where a lot of opinions are formulated based on what a person of social significance has to say about a topic, a lot of people are only looking in the same direction of what those people are looking at. And the thing about that is, it blocks you from looking at anything else. It's not necessarily that you'd see that quiet girl in the back of the class and think she's pretty and not care. but some people don't even get the chance to see her because when you're in an environment such as school or even the internet where all you hear all day are other people's opinions that might not necessarily be your own, a lot of people don't really think for themselves. But mainly what that does is it blocks your perception for potentially seeing anything else that you might like that you came to your own conclusion on. A bunch of people's opinions are constantly being pushed on you, and in these types of environments, they don't have to be right or even something that makes sense. It just has to be the loudest opinion, or even something as simple as the opinion that makes people think, the opinion that might be controversial. Plus, on top of that, another reason why most people wouldn't care for a genuinely pretty girl that isn't popular is because you simply get more cool points for dating the person that everybody wants or most of the attention is on.
What high school did this nigga go to, bro? This nigga went to like a high school. Like, that's the complete opposite for me. The complete opposite for my high school, bro. There was at least 2 girls that looked stunning, right? That everybody wanted, which I give him that. And then there was like 3 girls that, I ain't gonna lie, my school is probably full of hornballs. That's probably what it was, bro. I had so many hornballs in that freaking school. I was one of them myself. Like, we had only 3 options, bro. And 80% of the niggas were not getting those 3 options. So you either had to be a hook. Well, this is New York City. You either had to be wearing Yeezys and Balenciagas, sell drugs, or just be a hood nigga. That was it. New York is
It's really that simple. But hopefully this
clear with Alabama and stuff like that, but New York is different.
My point, and hopefully you didn't skip this part, which I know a lot of people are going to do. But back to the video. Bye. And I'm not bashing anyone for it either. It's a natural thing. I feel like everyone falls victim to this at least somewhat to an extent. And let me just clarify something real quick. I don't think that popularity is a relationship-based construct, but more like a reputation-based construct. I think you can be very popular and only have like 3 friends. And I think you can have 15 friends and not be popular. Popularity, or lack thereof, are based upon the perception that the majority have of you. The problem with that, especially in school, is it can really come from anywhere and anything. It doesn't have to be based on what you can do, what you bring to the table, or a talent that you may possess. It can come from things as simple as, this unimportant group of people said that you're important, so now you're popular. The problem with this is, well, it makes your self-esteem conditional. And unfortunately, when that applause fades, the only thing left is your reflection in the mirror. So imagine this. Throughout high school, your opinion on yourself was essentially based on what others thought about you.
Right.
Well, what happens when those same people aren't around anymore? You guys see where I'm going with this. Depression. Nah, it doesn't really always have to be as extreme as depression, but you will definitely lose a huge part of yourself. And as much as people have a certain image in their head of what a popular kid looks like, some of them are really cool, down-to-earth, genuine people. But as I stated, some people are just special. They have an energy about them that just attracts a bunch of people. And this can be for a number of reasons, including that, well, they might actually just genuinely be talented or have something that maybe other people don't have, or, you know.
I ain't gonna lie to you, nigga. If we're talking about girth and stuff like that, I want to say, I remember me and my boy Ralph, right? We had a conversation about this. We were like, so where would you rank yourself amongst the niggas in our grade? No, the niggas in all of Mather. My school is Mather. In all of Mather, what would you rank your wee-wee size? I probably said probably like top 70, low key. Cause I ain't gonna lie, listen, if we're talking about, mind you, I think I was a sophomore at the time. I think I was just out of school. It was one or the other. But if I was out of school, I'm definitely saying top 70, bro. Cause when I was a senior, all of a sudden there was 6'3" freshmen, 6'7" freshmen. The most I seen was 6'4". You feel me? Now all of a sudden we got baby Giannis's at 12 years old. I wasn't rocking with that. You already know, bro. If you're a baby Giannis, you're 13 and you're 6 foot, you're above 6'2", you're packing automatic 9. So I had to decrease my value as a man because it just makes sense, you know. But I'm gonna say top 70. I don't know about y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments what's y'all wee size ranking. Pause, no homo.
Just have aura. Yeah, and side note to my friends, Slap the shit out of me if you ever hear me say anything about that again. The point is, from a young age, certain people just have something about them that gravitates other people towards them. But a lot of people, well, especially if they've gotten this attention from a young age, never got to develop the one thing that I feel like is a solution to all of these problems. And that thing is social awareness. As much as I can trash on these people all day and it'll make for a very entertaining video, I actually express a lot of empathy towards these types of people. Imagine from a young age, you have all shapes, sizes, and colors of people from all types of social settings and scenarios just gravitating towards you all the time. Understandably, they'd be confused. You don't know who messes with you for you, and realistically, you don't even question why people mess with you, because from the time you're young, that's just always how it is. There might have been some real people that had the potential to be very close friends with you, but you'd never even know, because all you know is who came up to you first and who showed you the most attention. And unfortunately, a lot of those people don't have your interest at heart. Fast forward 10 plus years later, you got trust issues, you don't have any social awareness, and your morals are based off of the other assholes that you hang out around all the time. Real wastes of sperm, but this is all they know. And because this is all they've been exposed to, this is all that they prioritize. Now fast forward to the real world. No one gives a shit about what you did in high school. Essentially, your data got wiped, and you have to start from scratch. A lot of these people unfortunately have to get hit with the milk truck of reality. No one cares about what you did in high school. Your quote-unquote friends stopped talking to you because it was only beneficial to be friends with you because of something that they wanted. Your inflated sense of self-importance is based in nothing. It's not backed by anyone who matters. It's not backed by your basketball coach. It's not backed by Demetrius. It is now about what you bring to the table. Your accomplishments, your character, your true value. And unfortunately, when these things are put to the test in the real world, the kids that were considered popular often have a hard time. So be self-aware. Really take the time sometimes to analyze the friendships that you have and think about things such as...
First of all, nigga, let me just do this. Cause you fucking cooking. Let's that was straight 1 minute and 30 seconds of fucking game. Alright? I'ma just start off with that. Second of all, I 1000% agree with what he's saying. But I feel like he's also missing some points. To anybody who's like in 8th grade right now, right? Any nigga who's in high school right now who has a girlfriend, right? Any nigga right now who has a girlfriend in high school, specifically freshman in October 6th, has a girlfriend right now and has a best friend, there's a 99.9% chance your best friend is going to take your girlfriend's virginity in junior year. Just letting you know right now. Your high school best friend, right? Because you have a group of friends that you're cool with, you got your squad, but you're a singular best friend. Right now, you're a freshman, my nigga, and you got a girl. That nigga likes your girl, and your girl likes that nigga. And in junior year, you're gonna see them, and you're gonna hear all about it. And you're gonna hear how your man's clapped her cheeks, and you didn't. Now ask yourself this, what you gonna do about it? You gonna be a bitch? You gonna go to the gym? My advice, nigga, be a bitch first, then go to the gym.
How did they start? Why are they still friends with me? Is this someone who I feel like I can go to with my problems? How does this person react when I take an L? How does this person react when I take a win? These are just a few things that you can ask yourself to really analyze your friendships with people. Just overall, try to be more self-aware of everything that's going on around you. Nothing happens for no reason, guys. Which I get it's easier said than done. Once again, nobody's perfect. In fact, I'm 100% willing to admit that the reason that I even do these things is because I like to analyze things a lot, which sets me back in a lot of situations if I'm being honest. But it's also very beneficial in other situations. Where am I going with this again? To all the people that feel like they may be struggling to find their place after high school, always remember this. Your worth is not defined by the opinions of others. It's defined by the authenticity and lessons that you learn throughout your journey. It's defined by the fact that no one else can be you. It's defined by your morals and whether or not you choose to stand on them. And last but not least, it's defined by the person that you choose to become. Despite what I said in previous videos, yes, school 100% matters. It shapes us into the person that we will eventually grow to become, but in no way should it define us. Thank you guys for watching. Show gratitude at all times, and take care of yourselves. Sparky, out.
It's fucking great video. Great video. He's so good at wording everything. Like, shout out to Sparky, bro. He definitely went through some shit in high school. You could tell though. He definitely went through some shit. But yeah, man, just Don't be a bitch. I'ma just basically say it in the most New York version ever. Don't be a bitch. What am my mother and lock in?
Tear it, bitch, on my mom. I been freaking out for the